hit the stone, dumbass. Okay, so if you guys didn't notice, the clamping mechanism on that chain mortiser finally gave up the ghost on me right at the worst friggin' time. And I'm trying to keep my language tame right now, but I tell you what, I'm feeling a little bit pissed off about it. But nothing you can do. My only problem right now is I have to make time, and it's damn near impossible to make time. Well, it's not impossible, but I need to make time, if you know what I mean. So the workday started at 5:30 this morning, pouring concrete, 48 yards this morning for a friend. It's getting late, I'm getting tired, but I gotta get this done. So we're gonna see how late I can go tonight before I fall over. But having the chain mortiser frig up on me, awesome, just awesome. So enough of my bitching, pissing, and moaning. So I'm gonna have to do these mortises for this final bent, the ones I have left to do. Fortunately, there's not a ton of them. I'm going to be doing these by hand. I'm going to have to order parts for that. I'm going to see if I can get the 7104L clamping mechanism, see if it'll fit that mortiser. That's a 7103. If I can make that work, I will be gold. If not, I'll get what I have to fix it, and that damn thing's going down the road, and I'm going to pick up a 7104L. I'm about tired of dicking with that clamping mechanism. So anyhow, where it died on me was the mortise I opened up the video with. And I got kids singing and having a good time, which is cool. But where that thing died on me, where the clamping mechanism finally gave up, I couldn't get it to hold tight anymore. No matter what I did with the spring, I can hardly work the lever. There's a shaft in there that's worn right out. The lever, it's got like a cam action on the lever that helps lock it in. That's worn out. So it left me right at mid mortise, which is friggin' great because I can't even drill the whole thing out. It's just awesome. So I get to do this one extremely the hard way, which is going to be a good time. So we'll do that, and then the rest of them will be a lot easier because we can drill the whole things out. So here we go. And there's probably going to be a lot of music on this one because I'm in the mood to blast my radio and get my old Whalen and Merle Haggard and all those just to mellow out, because right now I could really go for a cold beer and extra special favors from the wife, but neither one of those is happening tonight. So here we go. Alright, we're going to revisit that one. I got a big old knot right in the middle of it, down in the bottom. But that's to be expected when you're working with this stuff. So, this is 1 inch wide. So do a good layout. So what I want to do, because I've got to drill these out and I've shown you before in a previous video, I want to go every 2 inches on this, right at the center mark. And it works out with these because these are 6 inches long for the girt mortises. If it looks like I'm in a tanning bed tonight, I've got a couple work lights going. Oh, was I pissed when that thing went, holy cow. But that's alright, I actually don't mind doing this. Like I said, biggest problem for me is I have to make time. I've got to get more progress when I can work on it. And it's damn near impossible when stuff's breaking on you. Now let's see what we got. Clean out often when you're doing these. So the farther in you bury this Forstner bit without getting the chips out, it can be a real bear to get out of there. So I've got to go just about to the collar there to get the depth I need. They're just about down below the chuck just a little bit. These Forstner bits, this is just an Irwin Forstner bit. You'd see it a lot for plumbing, but I tell you what, the self-feeder, it works so nice for doing this. And that edge, that cutting edge right there, that is so easy to sharpen. It is gorgeous. They're so nice to work with. They come very sharp out of the box. I haven't even touched this up yet. I've got a few of them I have over the years, but I really like these Irwin bits. They're made well. They hold an edge for a long time. It self-feeds really nicely. Now go slow when you're starting to go in at first. Go real slow. Let's see if I can get you a little closer. Let's see if I can get you closer. Definitely go slow, and you can gauge this right here. When you go to bury that in there, you can kind of get an idea that you're going down square if you're the same depth all the way around with this. And kind of check it over. You see what I mean? So on the back side here, I'm a little bit lower, so I can rack it forward. Okay. Now I'm about right. Back it out once in a while, clear the chips. Now these self-feeders, it's real easy to get carried away. But now guys, this is like a $20 drill bit, and the job it does is well worth it. The old-fashioned ship auger bits, the actual cutting heads, not the nail eaters that you buy at your that you buy at Lowe's or Home Depot or for drilling electrical holes. You don't want those. They tear out too much. They don't leave a clean hole. I either use these, the Forstner bits, or I use a ship auger bit that has the actual the tit on it to cut the wood to kerf that edge as it goes under. Now you can kind of tell too, when you get down lower, you're going to know if you went straight, because if you check the chuck of your drill, it should be very centered, good and centered in that hole there when you go down. Go down a little more. Now here's where you really want to take your time. You want to make sure. So right now I can already see I'm a little bit over my line. But what's going to be tough about that is starting the hole elsewhere. So what's nice about these is you have a leading edge there. You can check that where it's going to hit your kerf out. And I'm right on. That's what you end up with. See how clean that hole is, how nice those edges are? Now what's going to be nicer about this versus that one I was just dicking with, that one the mortiser quit partway through. And what happens with that, I'm not able to drill my holes right to the lines. I've got spots that I can't drill out, but I only have half of them in there. I could probably tough it out and screw around with that mortiser some more, but I got to be honest with you, I'm getting too aggravated, and I really didn't want to do a mortiser toss tonight across the barn, you know. It'd probably be one of those little moments of rage that just aren't worth the expenditure to replace it. And I'll just do the right thing, get the clamping mechanism. I should have done it a long time ago, but I didn't because that's just the way I am. Right, calming down now. Coffee's kicking in, second wind's kicking in. Now let's see. Another piece of advice, if you're going to be, when you go to start pounding your chisel down into the mortise, take the drill off the beam. Again, I'll tell you how I know, but you guys could probably already guess if you've been watching the channel for a little while. So take it off so you don't knock it on the floor, because you can ruin a bit real quick hitting concrete. Same thing with your chisels. I mean, they lay pretty flat, so you can kind of keep an eye, but the drill's kind of an oddball shape and weight. Again, we got to make sure we're going down square. All I'm going to do is I'm going to work all the way around this thing. Just curve it a little bit. To be honest with you guys, I kind of enjoy doing my mortises this way. The only reason I use the mortiser is some of the mortises are so big. It's just a wicked time saver. So I'm only going to work this a little bit at a time, like I said, all the way around. You guys wonder how many videos a guy can make of beating on a chisel? Well, I plan to find out. We got 60 some videos on the channel now. And sometimes I like to let the chisel kind of do the work without the mallet. So you can get when you're paring down to your lines, you can get a really good feel. If that chisel's not cutting the wood the way you need it to, sharpen the chisel. When you start getting down to the edges, you don't want to be breaking that mallet out the whole time. Now right here I have to, because I got quite a bit of material there. Oh, for the moment of ugly, ugly truth. We got to clean it out, but it does a nice mortise that way. So, it's kind of proven to you guys you don't need to go out and buy a big, expensive chain mortiser to do your projects. Just expect it to take a little bit longer, but you still get good results. Alright guys, I'm going to keep going tonight. I've got a lot more to cut. I'm going to try to make it at least to midnight, 1 in the morning here. It's already, hell, I don't even know what time it is. It's got to be well after 10, but got my hay mowed today and poured concrete for a buddy this morning. So it's been a full day, and then when I'm done doing this, I'm going to go inside and try to edit this tonight. So if I look like a zombie on the next one, well, you'll know why. So anyhow, you guys have a good night. Thanks for watching. Just to let you know what's coming up. I know it's getting a little redundant probably, showing the same things over and over, cutting mortises and things like that, and harping on the same stuff video after video. but I am on the very last vent. This is the last one to go up. And after that, we move to the second floor and the framing for the workshop. There's going to be a lot of different joinery up there. There's going to be some of the same, but there's going to be a lot more. I finally decided on what roof I wanted. Believe it or not, I have not. It took me until probably the last couple days to really decide what I wanted for a roof. So we're going to do a gambrel roof style that allows me to run shorter rafters, and doing this alone, I need to be the rafters I needed for an 8/12 pitch roof on this were going to be about 20 feet long. By the time you figure out the rafter length, it'd be about 20 feet to the tails, and that would end up costing me quite a bit more in logs and time to work them, and plus physically trying to put a 3x8 20 feet long up alone be kind of tough. So I'm going to go with I'm still going to use 3x8s, but I'm going to go with 4x8s. I'm going to use 4x8s, but I'm going to go with a gambrel, and that is going to eliminate quite a bit of thrust on the top plates, and that's also going to give me full headroom pretty much throughout the whole second floor, so I can have a good size. I mean, you guys see the size. This is a 28 by 50 building. I'll have a good sized wood shop up above. So anyhow, thanks for being patient, guys. I really appreciate you guys tuning in every video. I really love talking to you guys. I mean, it's neat to see the same people commenting on every video. If you're new to the channel, throw me a line. I love the banter, you know what I mean? The phone's in my pocket. I get the notifications right there. I generally try to respond to just about every comment. There's going to be times where I can't, but I really try to. I do enjoy the interaction. So you guys have a good night. I'll catch you on the next one.